Welcome to Infinity Narration, where every story has the power to change the way you see life. Let's begin.
The mountain that chose its climbers. Have you ever met someone who had a dream so big that everyone laughed at it? What if I told you, dreams don't choose the strongest people, they choose the ones who refuse to quit. This is the story of a mountain that no one could conquer. There was a mountain called the Silent Peak. It wasn't the tallest mountain in the world, but no one had ever reached its summit. Not because it was impossible, but because everyone turned back before the end. Some blamed the weather. Some blamed bad luck. Some blamed themselves. Year after year, the mountain remained unconquered. People began to believe it was cursed. In a nearby village lived a poor shepherd boy named Elias. Every evening, while watching his sheep, he looked toward the mountain. One day, I'll stand on that peak. The villagers laughed. A shepherd? You've never even left this valley. Dream smaller. But every insult became another reason to keep going. Elias had no expensive equipment, no famous coach, no wealthy family, so he trained with what he had. He carried heavy stones instead of weights. He climbed trees to strengthen his grip. He ran across rivers to improve his balance. Day after day, while others slept, he prepared. Finally, the day arrived. He began climbing. The first days felt easy, but on the third day, a violent storm struck. The wind pushed him backward. He slipped on the rocks. Most of his food was lost. His hands bled. For a moment, he almost gave up. Then he remembered his mother's words. Dreams don't ask how talented you are. They ask how many times you're willing to stand back up. So, he stood up again. The higher he climbed, the thinner the air became. Every step burned. His legs shook. His body begged him to stop. But his dream kept pulling him forward. Near the summit, he made a heartbreaking discovery. Frozen beneath the snow were old backpacks, broken ropes, faded flags, letters, hundreds of them. They belonged to climbers who had quit before reaching the top. One letter read, "I was only 10 more steps away." Another said, "I thought tomorrow would be easier." Another simply whispered, "I wish I hadn't given up." Elias stood in silence. The mountain had never defeated them. Their doubt had. With tears in his eyes, he took another step, then another, and another, until he reached the summit. As the sun rose, golden light covered the world below. Elias smiled, not because he had conquered the mountain, but because he had conquered the voice inside him that kept saying, "You can't." When he returned to the village, everyone celebrated. They asked, "What was the secret?" Elias smiled and answered, "The mountain never became smaller. I simply became stronger every day I refused to quit." Every dream looks impossible from the bottom. Every success looks effortless from the top. But between those two places lies a path that only persistence can walk.
Every dream looks impossible until someone refuses to quit. Persistence always reaches where talent gives up.
Thank you for watching Infinity Narration. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. Until the next story, stay kind, stay strong, and keep believing in the power of your choices.